Coming up in this episode.
I know people don't like this word, but if one man existing right now could be called a cunt, it is Prince Andrew.
If you know your nan's going to fucking kill you, you would fuck off to America, don't you?
One of the few
Jezza
one
would have
man
sorted
could
it.
Oh,
exist.
Jezza would fucking have this sorted right out. Shut up! Just to the Queen.
To the Queen.
Shut up!
62 school children between the ages of 8 and 12 saw a strange craft land. To get 62 kids to all agree on a story, it's fucking virtually impossible.
Could be nonce aliens.
I didn't look at it like that at all. Fucking Lozzie, George Bush, Princess Diana and Epstein.
About the kings of hip-hop, motherfuckers.
I don't even need to watch that to know that he's set up shit creek without a paddle.
APMA, how we doing? We're back for more conspiracy fun. These are always my favourite ones. We've done a few conspiracy episodes. We had the god of conspiracies, second only in my eyes to Alex Jones. We had David Weiss on to tell us all about Flat Earth. And today, there's quite a few things going on. We're all brought a conspiracy, as we always do to these episodes. I've got a tier list to show you guys that was not only created by me, but was actually voted on by people that watch this podcast. So they're in the set tiers that our viewers believe they should be. So you can take a wild guess as to Finland not being real, whereabouts that'll be on the list. But so we've got some things to go through today, many conspiracies, and I think that we should probably begin with a question. It's quite timely at the moment. Do we think, allegedly, possibly, maybe, of course, although they've got much bigger things to deal with at the moment, do we think the royal family killed Princess Diana? Asking the questions that matter here.
I personally think there's a good chance that there was, even if it didn't turn out that was the case, I bet you it was a possibility that they were looking at.
It was something that they looked. Yeah, it was theorised.
Yeah, personally, that's what I feel. Allegedly, possibly, maybe. Save myself and the crew.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, I think it's definitely something that they maybe thought about. You know, the pesky royals.
Oh, they fucking done it 100%. Not thought about. Fuck the royal family.
I think it was them.
Come for me.
There are a lot of royal supporters out there. There really are. I personally think the whole royal family thing is archaic, and it's about time that it came to an end. To be honest,
it's very outdated now.
Yeah. But the money from tourism, but doesn't really generate that much. Let's be honest. You know. Yeah. So, I'm more in the. I think they had something to do with it. Camp. Than they didn't.
Is this? I haven't watched the recent thing recently. Was that to do with that interview?
No, it wasn't even addressed.
Oh, okay.
No. I just thought, whilst
on the royals.
Yeah, whilst the royal family's hot, maybe we should talk about what are they.
I just think how fucking. I mean, look, if you're a prince, or you've got a pretty fucking cushy life, so the fact that you want it out. It shows that something isn't right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, obviously there's parallels been drawn between the way that the journalists treated his mum and treated Meghan, and obviously you can kind of understand if he'd lost his mum either to hungry journalists or his own grandmother.
To want out of your family.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's got to be a big reason for it.
We've had some pretty fucking heated debates in our family, haven't we, over the years, like fucking carnage, and like we all love each other. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it must be fucking bad to fuck all the way off to America and like go on live television. It's the equivalent of going on Jeremy Kyle, isn't it, in this country? And yeah. So like, something's not right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Like, why is he going on Oprah? Why can't they just sit down in their fucking palace that we pay for and fucking sort this shit out?
Is she well liked, Meghan? Is she?
What, within the royal family?
No. I've seen not the royal family, like in America and.
I'm not overly sure. I don't know. I think that the nations are currently split. Like America are siding with Prince Harry and Meghan, and then like a lot of the royal fanatics over here are like, "Oh, Harry, I can't believe you've done this." It's like, if the guy's mental health is so bad, like you say, that he has to fucking leave the country and he gives up his royal tags and status. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's got to be fucking bad. It's got to be more to it than meets the eye, and
that's what I mean. It's not like a little argument. And, you know, like we all have our little tiffs, you know. But this is obviously fucking something's kicked off. Something's happened.
Well, I mean, you can see. I mean, there's the race argument within the royal family that's come out, and also within the journalism itself, you can see how Kate Middleton was treated so differently to Meghan Markle. And you can draw whatever conclusions that you want as to the reasons behind that. But the fact is, they were definitely treated differently. Apparently, they were treated differently behind the scenes as well within the royal family. And ultimately, Harry wanted to look after his wife's best interests. I draw it back to: is it because, you know, journalists were getting on Meghan's case and he saw a parallel with his mother's death, or is it this conspiracy that the royal family, you know, had this disdain for Diana and had her killed, and therefore he sees another parallel there and wants to get away from not only journalism but also the royal family for that reason? You know,
100%. That's why he's fucked off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why else? Why else would you?
It's such an extreme thing to do, isn't it? Yeah. But then, if your grandma was responsible for your mother's death, then that does that's what I mean. Like, it's a lot of sense.
To go all the way to America and like fucking, you must be scared.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, 100%.
You know, if you know your nan's gonna fucking kill you, you fuck off to America, don't you?
One of the first interviews that Harry did when they did go over to America is he said, "If you knew what I knew, you would do the same." What the fuck does that say?
I quite like Harry.
I'm completely Harry and Meghan. I personally think, look, they want to leave, they want out, just fucking let them go and leave them alone.
Yeah.
But they've done this interview. They have, because they wanted their side shown, as you know, and so fair play to them. And in all honesty, if this interview, which laughably in some of the newspapers was reported as one of the biggest, or the biggest bombshell to happen to the royal family in 85 years.
Oh my God, yeah, I've seen that.
The Queen's son is literally a paedophile that used to hang out with fucking Epstein. This was found out a year and a half ago, and you're trying to tell us that Harry and Meghan telling us what the royal family are really like is the worst thing to happen to the royal family in 85 years.
85 years, everyone just forgot about Diana. Yeah. What about that? That was, I don't remember that being 86 years ago. So,
but fucking Meghan Markle accuses the royal family of racism, and all of a sudden it's the worst thing that's ever happened. It's like you're literally, the royal family is literally housing a paedophile and not allowing the FBI to investigate.
Or as well, the other thing is that obviously matey boy's got in trouble in it. Is it her son, the paedophile?
Andrew. Yeah.
Is it like look over here, don't look at what's going on?
Is it 100%.
Is it that kind of
100%? I have a question for any vehement royal family lover out there, who thinks it's all sunshines and rainbows and that. Put your money where your mouth is. If you've got a daughter between the age of 8 and 14, let Prince Andrew look after her for an afternoon. I bet you fucking wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? You've got these people out there, leave the royal family alone. Okay, leave your underage children with a paedophile, you know.
He'd be up for it.
Of course he would. Because it's just like all this fucking shit. You know, funnily enough, I watched the interview again with Prince Andrew the other week, because I watched, it was like commentary by...
Sweatcoin.
It was body language specialist was watching the interview and was just, you know, analysing him and all of his facial expressions and everything that he was doing, and it was really fascinating. If you haven't, I do recommend that you watch those interviews with the body analysts, because it is fascinating. And you can just tell. You don't even need to be a professional to tell. Like, he's hiding so much shit.
You don't even need to watch that to know that he's fucking.
He's full of shit.
He's up shit creek without a paddle.
Yeah, 100%. And he's hiding behind the fact that he's a prince, and to get away with it. And
it's harder to get away with things these days as well, isn't it? I think that's what the royal family are learning very quickly. That we can't just off people and people start asking the questions and then.
Yeah, and I mean maybe that's why Harry and Meghan have done this big expose, which I actually called, by the way. I called it about a year ago that they were going to do this on Oprah. But
you called it on Oprah.
Now on Happy Hour,
like similar to the like the Bob Lazar thing. If you're like scared of your life, so because you know some information that shouldn't go out.
So if you go public and you go loud,
let's go public, and then that.
Now, if anything happens to them, you can. Everyone.
If
will
anything
draw that
happens to them, the royal family's fucking finished.
Yeah.
Basically.
Which is a good move, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why would you go on Oprah and do it? Why wouldn't you come on?
How much power?
Why wouldn't you come on this podcast?
How much power have they got? Like, I wonder how much influence they've got over, like, a team of like police or special forces or.
See,
like,
I think it's all.
Because I don't think they've
an
got
illusion.
Much.
Yeah, I'm really pretty sure. Like, the Queen has no fucking power. Realistically, because it was all given to government. Like 150 years ago, 100 years ago.
Even their estates are shrinking, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, I know that there's estates that are connected through the royal family, and they're like dilapidated.
Yeah.
And there's mansions that are like, because there's no money there for them.
Nothing to.
Like there used to be, like back in the day.
Yeah.
There isn't anymore.
At the end of the day, it's an outdated, archaic fucking system. We don't need to be ruled by a fucking queen or a king or anything like that.
It's like has been that way for fucking years. Like,
Yeah.
I think they did bring some good, like, ages ago.
Yeah.
Like, they actually brought something worthwhile, and to keep them would be a good idea. But now, it's like, if they're the only reason they're claiming to keep it would be tourism. So
every single time recently that I've seen, what's the point in having a royal family? The people that defend the royal family, that's all they ever say, as well as the money from tourism.
They've lost the fear, haven't they? Remember back in like,
they were.
do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't even say anything.
Yeah.
You'd get fucking murdered. Now, hopefully that's not the case.
But there's no.
If we get murdered, then you know what's going on.
There's not much respect, is there, in the UK for the royals? There's a small percentage that are on board.
I think leaders in general, like people in general, who, there's not much fucking.
But like, say Thailand, the king of Thailand is like a god.
Yeah,
like they love him, respect him, and there's other countries as well where they've got kings.
Look at Kim Jong Un.
Respected.
Kim Jong Un, like, you wouldn't fuck around, would you, if you're in North Korea?
No,
one on one. Joking, Kim. But yeah, I mean, if something was to happen to old Harry and Meghan, like very obvious, you would be a bit worried. You wouldn't say anything about the royal family if they could make a statement here and be like, something could happen very public, and they're like,
this one, if it happens in the next week or so, this won't even go out.
Nah,
we'll crush this.
Yeah, for sure, because it'll be like, fucking hell. Okay, I mean, that's my kind of theory. Someone that we will get onto because it's on the tier list. Epstein, my whole theory behind Epstein not killing himself is the whoever is behind the curtain, because I do believe that there is someone above all of the power that we see, Boris and Biden and all these, people at the air quotes top. I do believe that there's a curtain with people pulling the strings behind them, and they rule, and these people are the ones that had Epstein so blatantly killed. My point being, if Harry and Meghan were to be, killed, it would be another display like Epstein, where Epstein was so obvious, like he was about to testify against some of the biggest, world leaders, etc., that he solicited children for them in a sexual manner, and then the day before, whilst on suicide watch, we know the story, blah blah blah, he's killed. It's so on the nose. Shocked. It's so like, yes, we definitely killed. He was definitely murdered.
I'm so shocked that there hasn't been
you.
More of a fucking outrage with that. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, 6 foot guy hanging himself from a bunk bed that wasn't even 6 foot tall. Just like
because no one cares. No one cares about it. With Harry and Meghan like that.
Yeah,
there would.
But you have to care about.
The principle. About
the women, the children will never get justice, and the people that would have brought down, and blah blah blah. But it was kind of just Epstein didn't kill himself and swept under the rug. Very fucking bizarre. But yeah, 100%. I mean, if Harry and Meghan were killed, I mean, fucking hell, Meghan's pregnant for fuck's sake. As was Diana, I believe, wasn't she at the time?
There's.
Or is that rumors?
I think that's a rumor. Yeah, they didn't with that. They didn't like. It's either a massive coincidence or like the way it was done in a tunnel. No one saw.
Yeah, no one saw.
I mean, there's so many
paparazzi pursuing car.
Yeah.
Literally a car being chased by people with cameras and no evidence. Everyone knows that.
There's also a rumor that she didn't actually, or when the ambulance and that arrived, that she wasn't actually dead.
Did you? I'm sure I seen something where apparently it was how long the ambulance took to get to the fucking hospital or some shit. It was fucking.
The thing is imagine
it was crazy. Like
with Harry,
took the scene at room.
All that's on his mind anyway, innit? Whether they did it or not, like that's on your fucking mind because it's your mom. Like he's going to have seen all the stories.
I mean, fucking hell,
whether he believes them or not, that's still going to be like, there's a possibility.
I mean, being a child, fucking, walking behind your mum's coffin, that's got to fuck you up colossally, know? And apparently, because he said in an interview that, like, the royal family just kind of carried on as normal and no one ever really addressed it. And so he couldn't, like, grieve properly.
Well, they don't even have, like, a fucking day, do they? Like, the actual royal family. I don't think they have, like, a...
Not that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Well, it's not fucking put on the news, is it?
I mean,
they should have
she wasn't with, not that it should matter, but she wasn't with Charles at that point, was she? But apparently, Paul Burrell, who was the butler, like he's made many books and stuff out of Diana, to be honest. Diana's butler, Paul Burrell, published a note that he claimed had been written by Diana, in which there were allegations that her former husband was planning an accident in Diana's car, brake failure and serious head injury, so that he could marry again. So this was all for... Who's Charles married to?
There's Camilla.
She's a fucking a major downgrade.
Well, yeah. No offense, Camilla, but you can see for yourself. But there was also apparently Camilla... Charles and Camilla were having allegedly an affair, when he was with Diana and stuff like that as well.
Why? What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Maybe he put the wrong one in the Merc.
There we go.
He definitely did. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah. But so there's
what?
I said fucking Camilla
not
to go in the fucking Merc.
Shit.
Fucked up. Bloody hell.
Dear,
now I'm stuck with this bitch.
But yeah, so that's the conspiracy behind Diana, and obviously it's very timely right now because I think it does, even though it wasn't specific. Like, can you imagine, of all the things that Harry and Meghan said in that interview, can you imagine he just waited till the very end and he was like, and also, my grandmother killed my mum, and then Oprah just has a fucking stroke and the fucking interview ends.
Also, as well, have you seen the picture of his real dad?
Oh yeah, because Diana was having an affair with him.
Diana was having an affair with him, and they look so similar. Yeah. And it's like, okay, if that's not the case, just do a DNA test, put it to bed.
Yeah, but they won't.
But it's like, so why? It's like,
I think that would be too embarrassing for the royal family, more so.
But I think
if paedophile son.
But if
They need to go on Jeremy Cole, don't they? All of them. Let's face it.
Bring Jeremy Cole.
There's only one man to fucking...
Jezza would have sorted it.
Oh, Jezza would fucking have this sorted right out.
One man.
Shut up! Just to the Queen.
To the Queen.
Shut up! Talking to Charles. Yeah? Pipe down.
Oh, dear.
The thing is now, the future will be weird, because imagine, like... Now you obviously get Charles to be king, and then it's like, and then his son's fucking in America, and he doesn't speak to him, and it's like, it's weird,
this is what I mean. Like, I think that this could spell the downfall of the monarchy. And
what's William saying? What's Big Willie saying? Because they're like,
he's disappointed in it.
Is he?
Yeah, but he's got to stay.
Yeah, but he's keeping the line, John.
Yeah, he's got to keep the line. But it's all
anyone who steps out is like pretty much ostracised straight away.
Yeah.
Or possibly killed. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
But they try hard to make this pretend bubble of like, oh, you know, perfect family and like, nothing's ever wrong, and it's like, you know,
like you got to think, black and white. Harry and Meghan have been ostracised because Harry claims, you know, he doesn't like how the journalist treated him. It really affected his mental health. There's the accusation of racism within the royal family and all these things, right? So he wants to get his wife and his children away from that, and he's been ostracised by the royal family. I'll bring it back to Andrew once again. You literally have Prince Andrew, who is all but confirmed to be a fucking paedophile, and he's protected. Where are your morals if that's the case? If you're protecting Prince Andrew, but you're ostracising Harry? If you think about the reasons to ostracise either Harry or Prince Andrew, you have to ostracise Andrew.
That says it all, though, don't it?
It does.
It says it all. It's like that's the whole problem. With all of it, and he probably knows what his fucking uncle's been up to.
Yeah,
he probably knows a lot.
Imagine if he did that as well.
Like,
Nan killed my mum.
Oh, he's got
Andrew touched me.
Uncle's a pedo.
And I'm going to batter my brother if he comes over. I'll fuck William up. Yeah.
They should do a fight.
Oh, mate.
Fucking I think Harry would do him.
Logan Paul and Jake.
Harry's got it all
Logan
day.
Paul versus Jake Paul, and then fucking Harry and William.
Mate.
That'd be fucking
And
great.
the mad thing is how society is. Harry and William would be on the undercard. Oh, dear. But yeah, so that's Diana. That's the current Harry and Meghan situation as well that we've got in there. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. I'm sure you're already telling us in the comments. Good Lord. But yeah, I will tack on a conspiracy that I wanted to bring up today, actually, as we're doing royals. This conspiracy is fascinating and I think has a little bit of weight to it. The conspiracy is that Prince Philip, so the Queen's husband, is actually dead. He died last year.
Okay.
Right? And they haven't revealed it yet because they want to have a state funeral, but they can't because of lockdown and corona and all that stuff. You think last time he was like publicly seen,
he looked ill.
He did look like a zombie in that car. Maybe rigor mortis. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it was a corpse.
Perhaps that's why he crashed. Go fucking stay. I'm stiffening up.
So that's the theory.
Maybe they can't afford the funeral. They're like,
maybe.
right, we need to get some money. Harry, fuck off over to America. Get on Oprah.
Drum up.
Make a couple of million, then we can bury your fucking
Get the bags.
Get a bag and bury your granddad, mate. It's fucking simple. We're the royals.
What a fucking holiday.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Imagine that though, eh?
Go on, Meghan, milk the fucking shit out of them.
Oh dear. Yeah, so that's thingy. But whether you believe that conspiracy or not, I mean, I think it probably has a little bit of weight to it. Let's say that it's not true, and that he is still alive. I feel like the royal family must have access to like crazy like medical advances that we will never see, because last time we saw Prince Philip, like he had some shit running through his veins that I think was just about keeping him, you know, ticking over.
Blacked out heroin.
Fucking mate, because he did look like fucking. I reckon, like back in the day, the Nazis actually cracked eternal life with the old Nazi zombie shit, and they've just injected Philip with whatever Nazi serum they could get their hands on, and now he's literally walking dead.
And they've managed to create this aura, like back in the day, to protect nonces, and have injected fucking Andrew.
yeah, to keep the fucking FBI away.
Children's blood.
Yeah, probably.
Get that in them.
I reckon they've probably even got their own medical fucking centre in like their state homes and that.
Yeah.
Might even have signed up to Booper.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how
McDonald's in there.
how much research we have. Apparently there's sorry, you just completely blindsided me there. Apparently there's a Wimpy or something in the White House. Am I making that up? There's some sort of fast food restaurant in the White House. I'm pretty sure.
We love a fucking Wimpy, don't we?
They like a Wimpy.
Back in the day.
Naughty.
Mate, when I was in Kuwait, there's a fucking Pizza Hut.
Really?
On the camp.
It's on the
Well,
Gaza
same in
Strip.
Iraq. In Iraq, when the war's on, like Afghan, the same outside the lines. Inside, you've got a fucking pizza.
Really?
Hey, it's
Yeah.
crazy, like how much they're like, we're going to trace the profits here.
Yeah.
Let's go into a war zone and set up a shop.
Yeah.
I think it's
Fucking
maybe it's to
Burger
like
King on
bring
the
like
Gaza Strip.
normalisation to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Maybe that's
but it's
why they're-
fucking weird.
Yeah,
Like you're in
I
a desert
bet.
and you're like, shit. There's
Maybe
like
that's why they're trying to invade the base.
To get the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
Imagine
got
that.
pizza.
Yeah.
You've never had a McDonald's in your life, and then there's like a little base with walls around it, and there's
The
a
golden
fucking,
arches.
Yeah.
There's a little drive-through, and you're like, just get in,
Okay.
get a fucking
Get a,
double cheese.
get a burger, nice
Yeah.
double cheese.
Oh, man.
Send in the mortars.
running.
We just want cheeseburgers.
They just want a burger.
Yeah.
They thought it said drive by.
Oh,
Oh dear. Yeah, what I was saying was, has any royal ever had or passed away from like cancer? Because my point being, do you think they have the cure and they're just
that's
keeping it
interesting.
back? 'Cause
That's fucking interesting.
I've never heard of a royal having cancer.
No,
I'm like,
that's,
I don't
that's
even-
weird, isn't it?
that is weird.
I don't even know the
Fucking
last
hell.
royal to die, to be honest.
They're all just still here.
I know the Queen Mother died at some point, but I don't know what
but
she
she
died
was like fucking 203.
Yeah, they got something. I'm
Ben,
telling
can you see?
Yeah, apparently the Queen Mother Elizabeth, she had cancer and breast cancer.
That's fucked that then, isn't it?
She
was a test subject.
she underwent successful treatment
Oh,
for colon cancer.
but she died of
But she
cancer.
died of.
I don't think she died of the cancer.
Oh,
no.
okay, right, okay.
She just died of old age.
Do they have the
COVID.
cure? Do they have?
I was
the
going to say, if she
cure?
died,
King George underwent surgery for the sixth for lung cancer,
Yeah, when was
in the
that?
months
What were we
before
talking about?
he died.
16th century.
1952.
Oh, 1952. Yeah, but I'm talking recent times. They might have done 80s, something like that.
No.
Oh no, Queen Mother died in. No, but she was cured. I'm telling you, I'm onto something here.
Yeah, last one was 1966, which was Queen
Right.
Elizabeth I.
Burn the monarchy to the ground. Get the cure to cancer. I bet there's some royals out there. There's some royal fans out there that'll be like, you know, do you want the cure to cancer or do you want the monarchy to keep going?
Take the monarchy. I want to know how much money they're allocated because it's like
Yeah.
it's got to be a lot.
I want to know how much the fucking tourism generates because if
I don't-
you were
I
to
don't-
ask a monarchy
get
fan, I
That-
think it'd be
if you
fucking in
if you
the
took away
billions.
the only tourism associated with royals that I can see is like a few people standing at the gate with the guys with the big hats.
Yeah,
And like those shops where they've got the flag and London and everything.
yeah.
And they would still be here.
Yeah, of course so, because they'll just sell more fucking toys of double-decker buses
Yeah.
instead of
And,
things with a
and
queen on.
phone boxes.
Yeah.
what do they really spend their money on? That's what I don't get.
So they've got sovereign
Kids for
grant.
Andrews.
cancer research.
Yeah, but I've never seen like Will or fucking
Balling.
What's the other one called? Fucking what's his name?
Mind you, I
Harry.
think the cars,
Harry, yeah.
I think the cars
I've
that
never
they
seen
drive in are like virtually indestructible.
Yeah. They're all like fully spec Land Rovers.
Yeah, but they're never driving.
yeah.
Are you never
Range
see them
Rovers have got-
fucking pulling up. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they're allowed to.
That's what I mean.
They've got
Yeah.
to drive independently.
Yeah. They have to have people with them all the time. And
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So what are they spending their money on? Really? You never see them like.
balling.
Good.
Well,
in
according to
Gucci.
Andrew, he never partied. Nothing. And they're getting quite humble because, you know, Prince Andrew used to go to Pizza Express, which is quite a humble pizza establishment.
Yeah.
You know, in Woking.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe Harry.
I fucking hate
When
that
that's
cunt. I
that's your claim
fucking
to be.
despise that
Your
fucking
claim to being humble.
cunt. I know people don't like this word, but if one man existing right now could be called a cunt, it is Prince Andrew.
I go to Pizza Express.
I didn't sweat. Fuck off, mate.
So
Hey,
When I
yeah.
served in the Falklands, yeah, I bet you were on the front line, you fucking prick. Oh, mate.
But
Oh,
the-
there's a bullet that skimmed past my head. I wish it went through your fucking forehead.
He was in the base, wasn't he? In Pizza Express.
To say that, it's so funny.
Maybe
to,
they
like,
just love pizza.
just go like. Just go, I don't sweat, but don't be like, it's medically impossible for me to sweat.
And then there's pictures of
As
you in nightclubs.
as you're sweating.
Yeah, it's fucking absolute weasel cunt, man.
It's actually impossible for me to sweat.
Makes you sick, man. That
Funny,
man.
though.
Oh, it just
Quite
pisses me off that
enjoy
he's so
Pizza
protected as well. Like, relinquish his title for 10 minutes and throw him to the people. If he makes it out alive, then he can have all the protection that he wants. fucking absolute. Honestly, that
Put him
man.
in a circle pit.
Just seeing him squirm, knowing that he was like Epstein's best mate. It's like, you know what you are. Your family knows what you are. We know what you are, and we can't fucking do anything about it. Pisses me off, man.
Someone will get him.
Fucking one
he
day.
That's true.
Yeah, fucking.
I'm not coming
mate.
to film the pod today, lads. Just I'll take the day off.
Yeah, I'm in the Tower of London. I'm about to be hung for treason.
I've got my bow and arrow.
Oh dear, Andrew. Eh? That's what it is.
Yeah. So apparently they cost taxpayers almost 70 million a year.
7-0.
Yeah, 70
Fucking
million. But in the
wankers.
past 5 years, they've contributed 2.8 billion to the UK economy. So I think I saw some of
they though?
I just don't see
Do they
how
get
that
taxed?
equates, though.
Yeah, they do.
70 million. I don't like to say they've contributed.
But stick that 70 million into crypto. All of a sudden, we're generating more than them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Last
Think of
year-
the potholes you could fill.
430 million
Bitcoin
profit
Palace.
last year.
How much?
430 million they bought us. Yeah, more than they cost us.
But what?
Supposedly, that's in.
We'd need some new.
tourism.
Who are profiting from
tourism.
tourism?
So tourism merchandise, like galleries and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
What, stamps?
Yeah.
The Royal Mail is like, yeah, fucking.
Everyone,
To be
loads of
fair,
people
Royal
buying
Mail's-
artwork and putting it on letters. It's like they're called fucking stamps.
Yeah.
And you have to use them to fucking.
NFTs, mate.
Yes.
That's
can't
actually-
count
they,
the
they will. They will come
find it
out with the Royal
elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? Fucking.
Yeah.
You can't
I
count the
like-
money.
Fucking. I tell you what, right? Get rid of the monarchy. Turn Buckingham Palace into an Airbnb. There you go.
Yeah.
We're generating money again.
Or just
Everyone wins.
Imagine they just turn it into a fucking nightclub.
Yeah.
I'll
mate.
go there.
Yeah.
Raving. Go there all the time.
70 mil.
Yeah. £30 a
thought a
fucking
bit more.
water.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Not too bad. I'll
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'll
The
give
money.
them a bit of leverage.
Yeah.
I mean.
The money is a bit better than I thought, but you're housing a paedophile, so.
I just wish they was a little bit more human. Do you know what I mean? I want to
Well,
see
they're
them-
lizards. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem.
That's why it costs so much. It's the heat to keep them fucking.
It's a Tesco extra.
There's another one.
Oh, the
someone-
Greggs.
Yeah,
I
someone
said
turned
that.
into
Turned it
Greggs.
into a Greggs.
Love
But
it.
yeah. Oh dear.
I'll go there for a minute.
But then the drama. I mean, it's good drama, isn't it? Where it's
Oh,
getting us all
yeah.
going. Everyone's
Yeah.
Giving us a
fired
bit of
up.
content.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
You know.
First half of this podcast would have been well different if it weren't for that interview. Fucking hell. But yeah, nah, I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
I've
I just don't know
never
what it is,
really
man.
understood the whole thing.
The hype.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like, let Harry and Meghan just do what the fuck
Yeah,
they want to do.
just let him go.
Yeah.
Just fucking stop hounding him.
Harry has nothing to like owe the family or anyone who claims to be a like royal fan or whatever. So he's
Maybe
served
he
in the
just-
forces. He's done.
He's
what
done his bit.
He,
Yeah.
he-
Yeah.
he can
I think he
fuck
did
off
10
and do what he
years.
wants. And
Maybe he just fucking. Maybe there's nothing like. There's no big conspiracy. Maybe he just thought, oh, I just can't be arsed with this.
Yeah,
Like, it's
the-
boring.
I imagine.
I want to drive my own car.
Yeah.
I want to, you know.
They're super
We wanna-
controlling, aren't they?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
head down to Miami for the weekend, get fucked up, me and Meg. Like, because he's not allowed to do that.
They
shit.
can't do fuck all,
Yeah,
mate.
you can't.
Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like they're so restricted. Like
Yeah.
everything they.
can fuck kids.
It's like yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
So, like,
Allegedly, possibly, maybe.
APMA, how's it going? I'm here to talk about becoming an APMA VIP. Now, you might see on your YouTube a join button. If you don't, there is a link in the description. If you hit that join button, you'll become an APMA VIP. Now, with that, you will get a one-off sign-up free t-shirt. The design looks a little bit like this. You will also get access to an exclusive members-only podcast once a month, and we have a members-only Discord channel as well. And just as a bonus, you'll get some cool badges and some emotes of our faces and other things that you can put in live chats and in the comments section. So there we go, guys. That is $4.99. You get a free t-shirt upon sign up, an exclusive monthly podcast, that exclusive membership only Discord channel, which we will jump in and out of every now and then, and the badges and emotes. Thank you so much. If you want to come in VIP, hit that join button or the link down below. See you soon, guys. APMA, how we doing? We're back. I would just like to take a minute just to publicly apologise for what was said in the first half. I think we overstepped the line in many respects. We do retract and redact all claims we made about the royal family, especially Prince Andrew. I, for one, have seen the light, and I can tell you now, wholeheartedly, when I come to have children, Prince Andrew will be the first man that I call for babysitting duties. Now that's out of the way. Lozzie, would you like to take over? What is the first conspiracy we're going to do, mate?
Prince Charles is a fucking vampire.
I'm only joking. Fuck the royal family. Go on, Loz. Off you go, mate. All. Off you go.
Right. Prince Charles, I'm telling you, is a fucking vampire. Right? First of all, I'm not even going to read any text. Look at the cunt. Look at him. Look at his fucking dad as well.
Count Charles.
Oh, man. But if we delve deep into this, I mean, it's not going to be that long. I mean, it's what I mean. But he is, people claim that he may be linked or like a descendant of Vlad the Impaler. So, which would help with the vampire link. He also did some sort of like tourism, agreed to do like a deal with the tourism board of like Transylvania.
No way.
He's like did some work for them, which everyone has obviously jumped on. I mean, brilliant. What else do we need? He's actually he's leaning into the vampire thing.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair play to him, that.
He's he did the work for, I think he helped advertise for their tourism board or something like that. In 2017, he was offered the title of Prince of Transylvania because of his links to the region and promotion of Transylvania as a tourist destination.
No fucking way.
I mean, if they're literally saying you ought to be like an honorary member of Transylvania, he's obviously going to take that, isn't he? Because he's a fucking vampire.
Yes. Yeah. For those that don't know, Vlad the Impaler is the direct influence behind Dracula. What were you going to say there? Sorry.
No, so they do need a bit of tourism advertising, because I don't know anyone who's gone there on holiday.
Yeah.
No.
Ever met anyone?
You can go to Dracula's castle, or Vlad the Impaler's castle in Transylvania.
Can you?
Is it a country or is it a place? Or I have no idea.
I think it might be like a principality. I might have got that wrong. Like
no one fucking knows about this place.
It's a region of Romania.
Yeah, it's a region.
I was going to say, if it's a country, never seen him in the World Cup.
I mean, I know I say this every week, but like
Luis Suarez up front.
Prince Charles, go get in, son.
We should go there.
100%. I'd love to go there. You can go to the castle, and the castle is like creepy as fuck, as you can imagine. Yeah, Vlad the Impaler's castle, which is the direct inspiration.
What was Vlad?
Look at that!
Oh, sick! What was Vlad? Was he a legit like
a count of Transylvania? And he was. I think he used to impale. I think he used to stick the heads. Of the people that he killed on pikes, but it wasn't like it was like in war. After on the battlefield, to then stick pikes and stick the heads on the thing, and
savage.
Apparently, he used to drink the blood and all that good jazz, and that inspired Dracula.
Vampire, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. But so that's that. I've always wanted to go there. To be fair,
I'd love to go there.
Yeah, do a little tour of the castle and that.
I wish Charles and that were like that. Do you know what I mean? I'd respect them more if they were like.
If they were just like came out.
They're just fucking like cutting people's heads off outside Buckingham Palace. Spike, just like I drunk that cunt's blood.
We'd be up there. We'd be like, right, that podcast.
We'd be hung from fucking Buckingham Palace. Yeah. But the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure the Queen is allowed to legally. This is just going to be a royal fucking episode. The Queen can legally kill people, can't she? I'm pretty sure you can't arrest the Queen.
She did.
So the thing is, they could just, be a bit tyrannical, there'd be fuck all we could do about it.
Because that used to happen,
people,
didn't it?
that'd get people back in line.
Yeah.
You'd have more respect.
Yeah.
Imagine like if they just like, right, those guys on the podcast fucking
Fuck
were
him. Make a
disrespected
public
it.
example of us.
We're chopping Lozzie's head off and putting him in front.
Imagine
That
that.
would be an example.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wouldn't.
I'd like to see
I
him
wouldn't.
fucking try.
We'd
Yeah.
barricade
Jimmy
them.
with his knuckle dusters come up.
Yeah. You know, I was in Game of Thrones where they trial by combat. You just give Prince Andrew a trial by combat.
Do you reckon the Queen digs into a fucking nice doner kebab?
Yeah, from time to time, I reckon so.
Yeah.
Get some McDonald's
must do.
delivered.
She's probably got a McDonald's.
She is immune as well from prosecution.
She is immune.
Yeah, she has sovereign immunity. Like, read this.
That's just bollocks, though. Do you know what I mean?
See, I must admit that a bit. If I became king, it probably would bring out the worst in me because I would probably just go fucking broadsword, walk out into London, and just start decapitating people. And they'd be like, "What the fuck are you gonna do?" I'd have a team of like snipers around me protecting me from any backlash.
You imagine
I mean-
she just come out. Diana was me.
Yeah,
I did it.
yeah.
Yeah. I would respect that though.
Yeah, no, I would. I'd be like, okay, I get it now. Like, you have the power, so you use it.
Yeah.
You know?
If you
I get
didn't,
it.
you and Diana didn't get along and you killed her. It's your choice. You're allowed to.
Yeah.
Don't try and
It's
hide
your
it.
fucking
but the
right.
thing is, the Queen could be creative. Do you know what I mean? She could like fucking RPG her, and then we'd be like, well,
Could have fucking C4'd the cunt.
that's
You
it.
know what I mean? Semtex,
Just
whatever
you need to be
explosives.
creative. Yeah, I don't know. It's mad that that is a thing. But then I guess you can't. How could you bang up the Queen? You know, you couldn't throw her in jail, could you? She'd be too old now anyway.
She'd
But
probably-
man,
She'd get her own jail.
who would be like the
That looks photoshopped, doesn't it?
Queen is flat?
Is that a lizard? Is that a lizard?
Is that a lizard brooch?
Fucking 2D, I swear.
She's leaning into the lizard look as well, isn't she?
I would.
Yeah.
If I was like a prince, like if I was fucking, I don't know, William and Harry's brother or something, yeah, I'd do an interview and I would just go like, but never address it, and they'd be like, what the fuck was
Maybe
that?
they are like the Kardashians. Maybe they like all these stories and that. And they like,
Yeah.
you know, they like. They are, aren't they? They're like the royal Kardashians, aren't they? The UK.
I'd go as far as to pay a plastic surgeon to make my eyes like blink
blink
horizontally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little tongue.
I reckon
Go to a
Charles-
fancy dress party as a lizard, and they're like,
I reckon
You
they'll
come as
just-
yourself.
I reckon they'll just sit around there like, right, how can we get fucking Twitter going off?
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Let's get this 70 mil up.
yeah.
Charles, go on, just go over to fucking Transylvania for some banter.
Yeah,
just,
some banter.
go on,
Yeah.
just go over there.
yeah.
Megan.
Philip, why don't you just like crash into someone's car? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Andrew's just
Andrew.
there like, do you want me to fuck a kid? No one's asking you to fuck a kid, Andrew.
Stop fucking kid. Stop fucking proposing that as an idea.
Yeah.
He's probably like, oh, yeah, I should be like a Formula One driver or something. They're like, no, you're fucking kids. What?
Oh, what?
Not again.
It's your
Come on.
fucking royal duty.
They're picking names out of a hat. And you go, oh, the fucking nonce shit again.
Oh.
Just a
Phone up Epstein.
Yeah.
You know on Jackass when you have
What's
to put the
my
fucking...
excuse going to be? Oh, Woken. Fuck.
I don't even like pizza.
I can't swear. What do you mean? I can't say that in an interview. Yeah.
Who the fuck wrote these, man?
Reminds me of
Charles, you can't.
Got me up again.
you having a laugh.
You're in Transylvania fucking with spiky teeth, you can. And I'm over
Get a
here.
new wife every
Yeah.
fucking 20 years.
I can imagine like Charles, you know, Ant and Dec, where he's like, he's got the thing in his ear. He's like, tell him you can't sweat.
yeah.
yeah, say you can't sweat, mate. Yeah, that'd be well funny.
Oh, man.
And he's got to say it with a straight face. Yeah. No, I can't swear. It's medically impossible.
Yeah. Oh, tell him you never go to parties, you fucking
Yeah.
party animal. Oh, fuck.
What about the picture? Dad, just say like, just go like, yeah. I don't know what it is.
But they've pictured me in the nightclub. Tell them you don't know where the bar is. Okay, I don't know where the bar is in Trump. So fuck off, you twat.
They've got a picture with her. So, just say, don't know how that happened.
I don't know who she is.
Oh, that's a great excuse.
Could be
What about if
Photoshop.
they put me in prison? fucking mum will fucking just kill him, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And then death.
Fucking hell. Right, should we get away from the royal family for a bit? Are you two royal family as well? Who wants to go first?
I might just lean into it.
Lean into it.
All right, well.
Jimmy, do you want to take the mantle?
I need my phone though.
That's all right.
What are we on? Oh, I'm just really hoping.
See, my conspiracy actually is about some royals.
Oh no.
It's about the kings of hip hop, motherfuckers.
Oh, nice.
Nice one.
What you did there.
So this is about the deaths of Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conspiracies and stuff that go around their deaths, and
They did.
so both of the cases, no one's ever been convicted of their murders, which is fucking mental.
Yeah.
Like, these are like two of the biggest, hip hop stars. Well, just music in general.
Yeah.
Have been murdered, just pretty much on the streets, and no one knows who's fucking. No one's been convicted of the murder.
Yeah.
I can imagine that nowadays. Like Eminem gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we don't know. Just don't know who done it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do have a quick question about them as artists, because I've never really got into either of them, and I was young when they were killed. Was their status elevated because they were killed, or were they genuinely like Biggie and Tupac were?
They were like,
legendary.
mate, they were fucking
Legendary.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
legendary before.
Yeah.
Now Tupac was. I mean, I'll go into the whole thing. I'll do my best anyway. If I get anything wrong, I don't want any Bloods or Crips fucking coming after me. Look, I'm just a geezer from England on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tupac was he was in the industry before Biggie, and then obviously Biggie was coming up, and they was actually sort of friends initially, and Biggie saw Tupac as sort of like a mentor, and then in that industry it's quite like in the rap industry it's quite like quite competitive hip hop. They battle each other, and so when they're both coming up as these massive artists, I think there was that thing of like who's going to become the top dog sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now when like I say, when they was friends, and then what happened was Tupac went to a studio in New York in 1994, and they was going to record. I think they was going to record on another up and coming artist album. And then in the lobby of that studio, Tupac was going there. P. Diddy and Notorious B.I.G. was already up in the studio. And then in the lobby, Tupac was shot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he got shot like 5 times and robbed in the... Now, again, no one knows who done that, but Tupac had this funny thing that he was set up, and he thought it was to do with Puff Daddy and B.I.G.
Yeah.
Was responsible for it, because I think when he got shot, he actually they got him, took him upstairs, and he was like, they were being really sus. But like, again, if you're in a studio and then someone comes up, they've been shot, you're not going to be like completely
normal.
Yeah, like Puff Daddy always says that we was like, we was trying to help him and sort him out.
Yeah.
But ever since then, that's when it kind of went a little bit sour, and because Tupac also went to prison at that point as well, after he'd been shot for like another case. And when he come out, he signed for a label called Death Row Labels. So you've got like Death Row labels, and you've got Bad Boy. The Bad Boy is Puff Daddy and the B.I.G. And then you've got Death Row, which is Shook Knight, who's like the manager of Tupac, and then Tupac. And they were like going at each other from that point. And then, so with Death Row was owned by Shook Knight. He was a blood, like a proper gangster. I mean, again, to put it in perspective, he's in prison at the moment for like killing someone.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Like,
Run him over.
Yeah, literally, like just someone
filmed as well.
Like in a petrol, like just doesn't give a fuck. Proper legitimate gangster. So he had, it was like, so you got like Death Row, Suge Knight's the manager, Tupac's like his big artist, and then pretty much a load of gangsters like in that thing. You think how much money and stuff's going through it.
Yeah.
And then you've got Bad Boy, which is Puff Daddy, Notorious B.I.G. Now they weren't, I wouldn't say as Puff Daddy's probably not as gangster as Shook Knight.
No, I would say
but
definitely.
they ended up getting in a load of I think they got like a load of Crips in to sort of protect them.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
And then it just kind of created this fucking gang thing, which kind of got a little bit out of control.
Were they different coasts as well? One East Coast, or
Well, yeah. So Biggie was New York.
yeah, it's East Coast and West Coast.
Tupac
isn't it?
was
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
New York, but he was out in it. That's why
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
went out to LA, he was like, when he come out and Shook signed him, it was a bit of like
It's-
a
yeah.
fuck you thing.
It's like
and,
East Coast.
and like I
yeah.
say, and then that created that whole thing, that East Coast West Coast thing. It was gang related with Bloods, Crips, Red and Blue, and yeah, that's where it all sort of went a bit sour. And then Biggie and Puff Daddy, they always said that they wasn't responsible for that the robbery and stuff of Tupac, but then on the album that Notorious Big dropped shortly after that, there was a song on there called "Who Shot Ya,"
Yeah.
and then that sort of I think Tupac was like, that's fucking about me.
Yeah.
And then he dropped a diss track. Fuck me, what's it called?
They went at each other.
They
Didn't
were,
they?
and I can't. Hit him up. Yeah, Tupac did hit him up, and he's talking about literally fucking his wife, and then the whole thing. Like, then like I say, you've got real fucking, and you've got real issues. It's gang, like guns, all sorts of stuff. So, where it really come to a sad ending was obviously at the Mike Tyson fight. Was where shortly after the Mike Tyson fight, Tupac was shot and died. And for ages, no one knew what that was all about. There was a commotion at the Mike Tyson fight, and there was like video evidence of a fight going on, and they ended up linking that with it was someone who was a Crip had jumped someone from sort of Tupac's side a couple of months before and stole his death row chain, and then he just happened to be at the Mike Tyson fight when they was there, because Tupac was friends with Mike Tyson, would go to his fights and stuff, and then they've obviously seen him. There was a massive commotion, whatever, and then like I say, shortly after, Tupac was killed in a drive-by shooting.
Yeah.
And the guy was called Orlando Anderson, and the police had like questioned him about the death and stuff, but it's very strange. So with again, Shook Knight being a massive gangster, he was already undergoing investigation for something, and then they had him on camera jumping this dude. So they were like, the police were using that to try and get Shook Knight sort of in prison, and then the only person who saw the shooter of Tupac was Shook Knight, and the guy that he was jumping in the video was this Orlando Anderson. So you can imagine that they might have just come to a deal where he's like, look, he could either go down to Shook Knight would be put in prison for fucking, I don't know, fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
It's weird in America, isn't it? It's like if you're under charges and then you come out and you get in trouble, they can put you down for like a long time.
Yeah.
Or he says that's the guy that shot Tupac, and he would go away to prison, not Shook Knight, the other guy.
Yeah.
Shook Knight said that he never saw him as the shooter. Where it's a drive-by, the guy's pulled up next to the fucking, you would see the face.
Yeah.
So yeah, he never got done for the murder of Tupac, and then a few years later ended up dying, being shot in a drug deal gone wrong, which they always seem to be. And then again with this whole thing, the whole beef and stuff. Again, shortly after that, B.I.G. was shot down because a lot of people thought that Notorious Big was involved in the killing. It wasn't. You know, it's obviously about this.
Something else.
It was something that happened in Vegas or whatever. But then he was fatally shot after. So literally 2 legends of the game. Really sad. I mean, if you look into it, there's a lot of stuff. But like I say, there's the killer of Biggie. Never ever. They never found out who that was either.
Was Puff Daddy with him at the time?
Not during the shooting. No. But like I say, there's lots of different fucking conspiracies of stuff of people of who's put out the hit, who wanted who dead. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both fucking legends. They just need to fucking back down from each other. Everyone could still be alive, and if that was the case, the whole music industry would be completely different.
Of course.
There'd be no.
That's the trouble. There's people underneath them. I think Eminem says this in one of his songs, but there's people underneath them who will kill for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're respected that much. They'll go out and if there's another gang or whatever. I think Eminem had something, didn't he, where someone from a rival gang got shot and killed, and that's when he's like, I don't want to do any beef.
Like I say, people know about this stuff and who was responsible, and what happened and why, and it's just I mean, there's a lot of things that do point to not Puff Daddy being the guy who's
I've had that.
Was go and kill him, but he had a thing you imagine there's this guy who's a legit blood gangster and he wants you fucking dead.
Yeah.
So you hire in a bunch of fucking gangsters yourself just as protection or whatnot.
Yeah.
You're not going to want that person to be around, are you? If it's
true.
A lot of dangerous people.
Yeah, these are dangerous fuckers. So that's what I'm saying. These Tupac, again, Tupac. I don't want to discredit him, but without him being in fucking death row and being around Suge Knight, probably wasn't the gangster fucking rapper that.
No, he wasn't, was he?
Yeah, he was. Do you know what I mean? When he's there, when he's in that crowd, he's hanging around with gangsters. He made some of probably his tunes, some of the best tunes, the fact that he was in that circle. But if he wasn't in that circle,
he wouldn't have lived that life.
No, he wouldn't have lived that life, and he would still be alive. But then it's would he have been the rapper that he was?
That's the thing. There's difference in that.
And again, Puff Daddy, he's not a crip, he's not a gangster. He's only got those people in as protection.
Yeah.
So it's this horrible circle of, it didn't really need to happen, and no one needed to die. But there's been things where the uncle of the guy who shot Tupac was in the car at the same time. He was affiliated. He used to buy drugs and was affiliated with the drugs with a guy who was in P. Diddy's entourage on that side. So again, you don't know whether something's been said there where it's look, if anyone gets the opportunity, put a finish to these guys.
Yeah.
The thing about them as well is that some artists come up and then they surround themselves with. They might be a little bit gangster. And
fake gangsters. One of those fake gangsters who proves this recently was a rapper by the name of Tekashi 6ix9ine, who got caught up in some gang shit, and like I say, he actually ended up snitching on all of them. And
big snitch.
Yeah, not going to prison and getting in on that life.
Yeah.
But it just shows people who run these industries and that, there are some fucking gangsters out there.
Yeah, because I this isn't my area of expertise at all, and I always thought, rapping about being a gangster and fucking shooting people up and all the rest of it, I thought it was all just a facade to sell tracks. I had no idea that the Bloods, Crips, all sorts of people were actually involved.
Like I say, not all of them. This was just one of those cases. Really, it's all to do with Suge Knight was, fucking unless any Bloods want to correct me. maybe he wasn't, but as far as everyone's aware that he was fucking legit, blood.
Yeah,
and that's why everything went so wrong. They used to run Death Row Records. People say it was run like a fucking gang.
Yeah.
I even think how he even got into the industry was it was something to do with Vanilla Ice. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, he went round to the hotel Vanilla Ice was in and hung him over a balcony.
Yeah, that happened
by his feet,
and
was like, right, sign the fucking thing, and then
Yeah.
that's how he got a lot of his money to keep investing. Like, yeah, they did
Jesus
not fuck around.
Christ, man.
That's what I love when I think you're going to get into it when 50 Cent came on the scene.
Yeah,
because he
50
was actually legit.
Yeah.
He just blew up because everyone was like, he can rap and he's fucking not talking shit.
Yeah.
That's like when, like I say, when these people do come on and they're from both sides, they're like, again, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he makes bangers, or I don't think they're bangers, but you know, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
But he's not fucking, you know, he's not. I'm sure he's more gangster than me. I'm sure, but like he's fucking not like on the level of what these people.
No.
And they just get into the wrong crowd. Where I wanted to go with this was Machine Gun Kelly. Obviously had a little spout with Eminem, didn't he?
Yeah.
Recently, and Machine Gun Kelly's actually signed to Puff Daddy. He's under that sort of label, and they were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And then it's funny, Eminem dropped a line on one of the tracks, which was the last one. It kind of pretty much sorted everything out, and it was like, the next time you put out a hit will be the next time that Diddy admits that he put out a hit that got Pac killed.
Yeah.
It's actual lyric on the
Yeah.
on the
I
thing.
remember it. Yeah.
And it's like, even Eminem's like, feel like that Eminem was sort of saying there, look, you're crossing the line, let's not get into these waters.
Yeah.
And it kind of it all got sorted out
It
after
did,
that.
yeah.
Pretty much Eminem dropped that bar. I think that was him saying that the fucking, put out the hit that got Pat killed, and that could, that could be could be the thing. But there's loads of different. So I'm going to get into some of the conspiracies now.
Yeah.
Of I don't believe in some of them, but there's some pretty. There's one where apparently Tupac wanted to leave Death Row and set up his own label, but Suge Knight didn't want him to, and just basically, it's weird that he was in the car and was driving the car.
Right.
Tupac got killed, but Suge sort of lived.
Yeah.
And couldn't identify it, or wouldn't identify it.
Yeah, and wouldn't identify the thing. So there was that thing where it was like, well, I'm not letting you go, so I'm gonna. And this is, like I say, this guy's in prison at the moment for murder.
yeah. So he's got it in him. Yeah,
he's got it in him for sure.
Oh mate,
to be able to do that.
The video where he runs someone over and then he reverses on them.
Fuck.
And it's been filmed.
Yeah.
He reverses back over them to make sure. So he's not fucking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, and then the other one, Puff Daddy put out the hit because he was afraid of, dealing with this fucking, gang member of the Bloods. It's like, right, we need to fucking sort both of these out and get them off the scene.
Yeah.
Which does link to the guy who did actually. He hasn't been convicted, but now later on, like proper detectives have gone into the story and they're like, it was that what's his name, fucking Orlando Anderson.
Yeah.
And there's some really good programs on Netflix and stuff which go into it and literally pin him to the moment.
Really? Yeah.
Like his uncle had hired the car, which was the car where and then there's ones where the police, because where the case just hadn't been solved, people started going, it's very strange. A lot of these rappers are talking about fuck the police, and they're getting such, they're getting glorified, and people love them, and they're saying, fuck the police and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That,
the
it was,
police might have done it.
yeah, look, we're going to fucking, again, like the royal family, fucking, we're going to put an end to this and show everyone that we're not to be fucked with. This one's fucking crazy, but again, it's that Tupac faked his own death.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because, there was a lot going on, gang warfare. He's out of his depth.
Yeah.
I'm going to fake my own death. And it's crazy. There's a video out there. I watched it. It's a bit out there. But Tupac's bodyguard faked his own death. This is completely legit. To prove that he was the one that helped Tupac fake his death.
Oh, really?
No way.
And literally was like, to prove how
Can be
that
done.
I know it can be done, he done it.
Yeah.
Faked his own death. All the newspapers were like Tupac's thingy.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I only did it.
And then he came back
Yeah.
2 years later. I was like, I'm alive, blah, 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 I've done this. He's a bit of a weird one. I'm not going to lie. I watched it. But he did do it, but it's a very strange one. I don't know if he's doing it for like the clout or...
Yeah.
Fair play.
But it's a fucking... like I said,
good way to try and get it.
But yeah, he goes through the way of like, you know, faking his death. Like he could stop his own pulse. So he used to be like a magician or something back in the day. And he's like put something to do with like towels on your arms and you can stop your own pulse. So it's like... He figured out this way that when the ambulances and shit come, that they could pronounce someone dead.
Yeah.
But with Tupac, he was in the hospital for like 5 days before he wasn't actually dead at the scene. He was
long time to hold your pulse.
It's a long time to hold your pulse.
Yeah, you don't want to let that through.
What's he got a fucking towel on his arm for?
Oh shit!
But then they didn't know. They didn't know whether it was another, because again, there's pictures of the body. The autopsy pictures have come out and it's like a bit sketchy and I mean it can be done. I mean I don't know if anyone's seen the recent thing about, I'm not comparing Britney Spears to Tupac, but like how crazy that life is.
Yeah.
We all say it, until you've been in it. Like I'm sure it's fucking crazy being that famous. And I'm sure there's ways if you've got enough money to
100%, of course there is.
Maybe he just made all his money and there was a lot of beef going on and he just thought, fuck this. And there's been spottings of him, pictures. There's like a picture of him and fucking Beyonce after his death. Like there's pictures of him in fucking Mexico, sightings. People in them villages say that, they've seen him knocking about. I think that just might all be like, fan theory, people not wanting him to be dead.
From what you've been saying though, like you say, how it was and the gang warfare ramping up and stuff, it does make sense that he would do that. You know what I mean? It's not like just pulled out of your ass like, he's not dead. He's faked his death and there's no real motivation. I can see a fucking solid motivation to do that. And like you say, he had the finances to do so.
Yeah. Especially, I think if people want you dead, what's the best way to fucking
be dead? Yeah.
Especially as he, like you said, he wasn't like a gangster, so he wouldn't have been about that life. So maybe he thought, "Fuck this, I'm out. I'm gonna just live how I was before, but with money."
Yeah. There's also this other fucking crazy theory, but Tupac released an album under like a different name called like Machiavelli, and it got released 2 weeks after he died, and basically. It was Machiavelli. I'm just going to read this bit out here. Adoption of Machiavelli moniker, an ode to Italian philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli, who was rumoured to fake his death as a sneaky ploy to get revenge on various enemies. So this guy from, I don't know what century it was. He was like an old...
I've heard about that.
He's quite well known. Like it's like something to do with like political saying about you can't be nice in politics. You have to, again, like the royal family, fucking, You can't rule being nice. You sometimes have to do shit that you don't want to do. But anyway, so this dude faked his own death and then killed.
Tupac.
No,
Biggie.
Yeah. So the Niccolo Machiavelli genuinely faked his own death to kill his enemies. So then they're saying like if Tupac hated Biggie. Could have faked his own death.
Then killed Biggie.
Because Biggie was killed, a couple of years after. Which again, it's another just a crazy theory. You just don't know where to go with it.
He was 15th and 16th century.
15th and 16th century.
The Italian diplomat.
Yeah.
No way.
And then another thing I was thinking of is like. I was just thinking on the way up when I was thinking about all this stuff. I was thinking it's so strange how these legends, you've got Tupac, Biggie, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Kurt Cobain, John Lennon, Elvis. They all seem to fucking die at their peak.
Yeah.
And I was like, why could that be? And then I had this sort of thought of like, when people die, their music sort of gets put into this legendary...
Yeah, it's like immortalised, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, immortalised.
Yeah.
So like, if you imagine if you run a record label, and you've got this guy, someone at their peak.
Yeah.
If something was to go wrong with them, it would be kind of in your benefit.
Yeah, of course, without a doubt.
Yeah. So I'm not saying this is true, but you never know. These labels might just get people to their fucking peak.
Yeah.
And then fucking end them, and they're like, well, that music money is going to keep coming in now.
Yeah.
For eternity.
Yeah. Well, they say there's that, for fame and fortune and stuff, you sign a deal with the devil for your soul. Maybe it's not literally with the devil. Yeah. Maybe it's these record companies. You're signing your life away for X amount of years, and then, like you say, your soul belongs to them, and so they kill you off, like you said, to immortalise and then to profit from your.
Yeah. And like again, I'm looking at other people who've seemed pretty fucked up now. You get like Eminem. He seems a bit.
Yeah, he's done well.
But it's like if you want to continue, we're gonna fuck your life up.
Yeah.
Britney Spears. Yeah. Fucking Eminem. These.
Elvis towards the end of his life was.
Yeah. It was fucking crap.
They say 27 Club, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's massively interesting, this one, because it was never completely solved. No one was ever.
Yeah.
And just everything around it. I feel like they were the first, when it was proper gangsters and rap meeting.
Yeah.
And they learnt their lesson with that. The music industry learnt their lesson with that. I think the only thing after that's probably been like The Game and 50 Cent when they was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the 50 Cent had the thing with Ja Rule, again, was a fake gangster, and then the 50 and Eminem just took him out of the industry. Then The Game obviously come up through 50 Cent and Eminem and Dre, and then
he's like again proper blood in
proper. Him and 50 have had proper shootouts. Recording shootouts.
Hasn't 50 Cent been shot like
nine
times?
Yeah, 9 times. Yeah, which is mental.
Yeah.
Another conspiracy that he actually got shot 5 times, but they faked the other bullets because they didn't want people to associate him with Tupac.
No way.
Yeah.
As if.
If he's got loads of good books, but his most recent one, and he talks about that and his mentality of like when he kind of when it happened, he went away and then he came back, and like so he went out and was around the streets where it happened, and that like people are like, you mad, this guy's like come to kill you, and he's like I wanted to show face, but like, I'm not scared, and it's like his mentality is so good, and it works really well in business as well. It's a really good audio book on Amazon.
Yeah, I have that. I downloaded it a couple of weeks ago. I still haven't listened to it yet.
It's really good.
Is it? Yeah,
really
I will listen to it very, very soon.
I'll get the name of it.
And even like I say, there's other conspiracies out there that they were so far ahead of their time that they were blocking up and coming artists coming through, and they because their music, it didn't matter, like whatever Biggie Impact put out was like number one. It was the fucking shit, and nothing came close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to their songs now, like you slap on a fucking Tupac song or a Biggie song, and from that era, it could fit in with today's music, quite easily. Like you could go transition from a song that's out now and then go on to a Tupac song, you wouldn't notice the difference. Whereas, like, if you listen to some of the music from back at that point, when one of those old hip rap songs come on from that point, and you can hear it's lacking something. And even like if you go back 15 years or 10 years, you hear music, you're like, that sounds old now. Yeah. But there's just some people like Tupac songs, you put them on, they're just fucking timeless. That's what I mean. Timeless classics. And again, like even people like fucking Michael Jackson and stuff. Like you put on them songs. You don't, when them songs come on, you don't think, oh, this is from the fucking 80s or the 90s or whatever. You just think this is a banger. Yeah. This could easily play.
Timeless.
There's other things that they were blocking the way for other people to come up.
So they were removed from it because fucking, I mean, again, after that, the whole fucking everyone was how many rappers were that come after them too?
Oh yeah, it blew up, didn't it? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that book, it's Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
Yeah.
And the other one's the 50th Law. That's really good as well.
Nice.
I
didn't really know that much about 50 Cent either, other than literally what was rapped in Eminem songs about him.
Mate, he's
D12 and shit.
I almost think he's bordering on like genius because
Really,
he's got two personalities. He's got 50 Cent and he's got Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
And they're two intentional characters.
Yeah.
And like lots of people only know 50 Cent. And the stuff he does, it's all like so calculated to the T.
Really,
so really interesting to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely give that a listen.
You'll listen to it. Sorry.
Sure.
Hustle hard.
So that's
that was the
Tupac.
Biggie and Tupac. Like I say, I haven't like confirmed any conspiracy. I'm just I just wanted to
throwing out the
let anyone who doesn't know about this sort of stuff.
Mate, I didn't have a fucking
And
clue.
like, there's
Neither
some
do I.
incredible. I've completely fucking butchered it, but there's some incredible documentaries and stuff that go over the murders.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're incredible. And it's like I say, if you're into your true crime and all that sort of stuff, definitely give it a watch because it's pretty good stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Might have to do a video on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dan, what have you
got?
got for us in Conspiracy Land?
Right. I've got. So a lad on our last live that we did, a lad brought this up. It was it's UFO sightings in Zimbabwe. So let me get it up. I'll be honest with you. I didn't have enough time to do as much research as I wanted. So what I thought I'd do.
We've been busy.
We've been busy.
I've seen a little bit about this, so I can back you up.
You can back me up.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to read a little bit about it. So if
Yeah.
anyone doesn't know about it, this is what it is. This is like a brief synopsis. But what I have found, which is pretty legendary, there's a guy who made a documentary, but by all accounts, it hasn't been put out. I mean, there was like a fundraiser for it, but then I found a link through YouTube that's got the documentary,
Oh.
but hardly anyone's watching it. And there's a few people that have come over from Joe Rogan
Oh,
that have
shit.
made it, but there's only a few comments on there. It hasn't got many views, but I'll put a link to that in this one.
Check it
And I reckon go and watch it
Nice.
because it's got some good interviews with the kids from the school.
Oh, fantastic.
So if anyone doesn't know about it, I'll just read the brief synopsis. So this article's from 2008. American filmmaker Randall Nickerson is in Cape Town this week seeking inspiration for a documentary he's putting together about a UFO sighting in Zimbabwe in 1994. So Randall Nickerson is the documentary that I should have a link to.
Okay, cool.
During the morning break on September the 14th of that year, 62 school children between the ages of 8 and 12 saw a strange craft land 150 metres away from the area school in Rua. Don't know how you pronounce
That's
that.
what I know.
From which two small beings emerged, which were described as having big eyes like rugby balls.
Oh.
Pretty fucking big.
It's big.
The children's individual descriptions of the phenomenon were similar to that on the news sightings spread around the globe. Nixon was approached with footage taken from the late Pulitzer Prize-winning professor John Mack, who's in this documentary as well. He's like a child psychologist.
Mhm.
There's some good bits with him in that documentary, and he interviews a lot of the kids, and he's like, there'd be all of them explaining it as if it's a real event.
Yeah.
So he deals with children and children's psychology, and it's like he like defines on people whether they're not making stories or if something's real and it happens, that you do certain characteristics
Yeah.
when you explain it. And all of them that he interviewed, it's described as an event that actually happened.
Yeah.
Also, it's 62 children, so to get 62 kids
To corroborate.
like of
Yeah,
different
I know.
ages,
It's impossible.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
It'd be impossible.
Mate, I even
really
get
would.
my two girls to like corroborate something that isn't like that. It's
Yeah.
Chinese whispers, and it.
Yeah.
So the fact that happened is just like phenomenal to
Yeah.
me. Where we're at. So for the globe. Nixon said, "This is a story the world needs to see. Personally, I think it's moving. I found hundreds, if not thousands, of people who believe it and couldn't find anyone who didn't. It blew my mind when I saw it. Although Nixon admits the footage of the event makes it difficult to disprove the phenomenon, he doesn't want his film to be biased. I don't want to steer the documentary in any direction at all. I'd rather present all the evidence and let people make up their own minds." So the link I found, and I'll put it up. I've watched some of it. I should probably watch it all. But yeah, it's definitely got clips and footage from those interviews, so it's definitely worth a watch. I think we took The Phenomenon, the new film. I haven't seen that, and that's one I want to watch.
Yeah,
because that takes bits from this and other bits about the Tic Tac and other sightings. It's something. Again, until we started this podcast and I looked into that unidentified, I was skeptical. I didn't believe in UFOs at all.
Yeah,
I was like, it's all bollocks.
Yeah,
because a lot of the stuff you see, it's usually from people's, they've seen it. So it's like subjective. And you're like, in my mind as well, then I was always like, well, people have got something to gain from saying that they've seen something, because it's like, you might, get you 5 minutes of fame or whatever. And I just didn't believe any of it. But after watching that documentary and the proof of that Tic Tac, they don't know what it is. All of a sudden I'm like, that's actual proof that it's, and now my mind's open. And I'm like looking into stuff, and I'm going into it in a different light, like open-minded. And again, to get 62 kids to all agree on a story, it's fucking virtually impossible.
100%.
With that one, the guy who's doing the documentary of that, the Phenomenon thing, he said that the children were being spoken to by
approached.
Yeah, but they were not like, all right, mate. It was like
in their mind,
telekinesis. They were thinking these thoughts without thinking about them, and they were saying, slow down on technology, slow down. You need to stop going forward with technology. You have to slow down. That was the message. And that's not the only school, by the way, that this has happened to. There's more schools.
In Zimbabwe?
Around the world. Around the world.
There's one in Australia.
There's one in the UK. I haven't looked into it. I need to, but it was like they're like telepathically saying you need to slow down with technology. And if you think about it, right, you'd think, people would be like, why are they talking to kids? It's like, well,
because they're the future.
They're the future.
Yeah.
And if you whip up down fucking the White House you're gonna get blown to shit.
Yeah.
And aliens probably know that.
Yeah.
They're like, right, who should we children? You pull up in a playground, children they're not going to come out with fucking AK-47s. Yeah, they run up. They don't care. Do you know what I mean? They're open-minded.
Yeah.
And like I say, to tell the youth, give the youth the message. Yeah. Instead of trying to, tell fucking Donald Trump, telling him to slow down on technology. Just take his fuck off, wouldn't it? But if you can, plant the seed in a child's mind, who then becomes of power or whatever, then you've done the job.
Could be nonce aliens.
Fuck's sake.
Why did you go to the kids? No reason. No reason at all.
Get him back on the ship.
Haribo.
But that's really interesting.
A lot of the sightings as well.
Slow down with technology.
A lot of the sightings have been around military bases. And like I say, there's loads around.
They might be
the East Coast in America.
They could be humans of the future coming back in time.
Yeah.
Saying, look, you're fucking it. Fucking stop going on TikTok, you little cunt. Yeah. Just fucking write a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because we are going a bit fucking crazy.
Maybe they know that it could be the end.
Well, the thing
we just with all this technology now, we're just gonna, and they're like, how can we fucking tell them to stop?
Yeah. Well, that's something else that strengthens that they could be us from the future. Is they're described as like skinny, big heads, humanoid-looking things, and our evolutionary chain is going that way because our brains are getting bigger. As technology increases as well, we won't require being muscular and being able to move things, because we'll build things to move things. So
fuck for that.
So
imagine our eyes are from fucking just keep staring at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an evolution. Our eyes turn black because we just keep fucking staring at the phones. You think it's not?
That's horrible.
We do that many drugs, our pupils are so big.
They never come back.
If you think of human eyes, our eyes compared to what they should be looking at, through evolution, we haven't caught up at all. We're staring at little pixels on a screen for stupid amount of hours per day.
Yeah.
And it's getting progressively longer
and
and
our
longer.
screens are getting higher and higher and higher in definition.
Yeah, all those little.
So our eyes will have to.
Give me that high res, bitch.
So yeah, it could be us saying slow down. Ugh, that's horrible. That is.
Stick to 10.
One message. It's like the DMT shit. That apparently the message that people get is, "We're so glad you found this technology." When you go on the ayahuasca fucking trips and stuff. I mean, that just fucks me up every time.
Oh, I kind of want to do that.
Oh yeah, I do as well. DMT.
Get a DMT in.
I'm concerned because apparently it changes you forever.
Yeah.
I'm slightly worried, like, because apparently sometimes it fucks people up, and then you're kind of fucked forever. But then other people it just opens them
Danny,
up.
photographer, interviewed a guy who does it. He's got a set up in London.
Yeah.
And he takes you a journey, and he does it all for you there.
Well, I had a guy around decorating my house. And he was like, "Yeah, now I'll go to this down to London. There's a shaman from
shaman,
from
probably the same guy.
Yeah, native Indian guy.
Yeah,
America, fucking does these trips and that. You're gone for about 7-8 hours just on a mat, just sort of like fucking. You're away. And,
Don't think I'd trust that. Yeah.
Fucking
Nickname
mate.
Aladdin.
Yeah, I'd have to be like in the Amazon.
Wake up.
yeah.
With
I
some
prefer
dude.
to be
With some dude in some fucking
in a flat in London.
grass
Gonna provide
shorts.
chair, you twat.
But yeah, nah.
Where's my wallet?
So yeah,
Where's he
Fucking
gone?
piles, man.
yeah, it's something I would have. But yeah, apparently so many people have done it, and I don't know. You don't know whether it's just like people have heard that the first thing they hear is, we're so glad you found this technology. But yeah, apparently
I don't think I need it. I think I already know.
You already know.
Yeah, I don't need all the fucking DMT shit and that.
Yeah,
I think it's for closed-minded fuckers, isn't it?
They need their walls blown open.
Yeah, there must be aliens. It's like, of course there's fucking aliens, mate.
Yeah. But I think it opens up if taking a hallucinogenic, which opens up different brain waves and stuff, as we've seen from brain scans, that is just something that happens scientifically. If that is a gateway to communicating with other beings, that changes the foundation of what we understand about living creatures, because that say whatever the creature is that said, "We're so glad you found that technology," is being contacted through our mind and through wherever the fuck DMT takes you, as opposed to being somewhere physical.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So it could be a different plane, it could be a different dimension, could be there could be fucking planes of existence within our own mind, seemingly, with this telekinesis shit and all the rest of it. It just opens up so many questions.
But then I think, you think they'd just take over the TV channels, wouldn't you?
For the frequencies.
Yeah, why go do door to door, mate? Just, if you've got telekinesis, just fucking start uploading shit on YouTube. And people are like, who's uploading this stuff? It's like,
But once,
the aliens. They
imagine
got
once
their own account.
once you get the Neuralink,
Yeah.
and it's like, because you can be spread you from there, but you got a Neuralink, you don't need that bit.
Yeah.
So once you got the Neuralink, like the technology is there for us to fucking talk to each other. It's almost telekinesis, is that it?
Yeah, I think it is telekinesis.
Yeah.
Like with technology. So
Yeah.
We're going to be the first podcast that uses telekinesis technology.
Yeah, we just sit here in silence.
People just listening,
I
like.
guess it'd be like having a fucking a Zoom call, but in your head.
Yeah.
You like connect to I guess you can connect to a few people, 4 people, and then you'd all be like, it'd be so weird, wouldn't it?
It would be
Is it
fucking well.
telekinesis or telepath? Like
Telepath.
telepathy.
I think
telekinesis is moving shit. With your
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, he said it earlier, and I was like, I
Telepathic.
don't know what the fucking telepathy.
Sorry, guys. Fucking too much Matilda in it.
Just moving that can for a drink.
Have you ever tried, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What's
we'll
move
go-
shit?
Yeah. Well, so you've never tried it?
No,
Well, give it a fucking go, son.
I'll give it a go now.
Fucking hell, that was crazy, Dan. I didn't know you could do that.
How the fuck? Just only you tried it earlier in your life.
Oh, Magneto.
And that was
Fucking hell.
that was easy.
Prince
Wasn't
Andrew
it?
would,
Fucking.
It would have actually been easier just to fucking do it.
Prince Andrew would love that shit.
No, we do telepathy in this podcast.
Yeah, aliens.
They've absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if we're not going to get killed off by the royal family, the alien's going to fucking get us. We've
Or
this podcast is pretty much
Puff
the
Daddy,
end.
Puff
Or you
Daddy.
can-
Oh yeah, or Puff Daddy will come and fucking shoot at me in my sleep.
Or you're just going to get so high on DMT and just end up killing yourself from an out of body experience.
Exactly.
I hope so.
It's all positive anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the 4. I had a bit of Prince Philip. What did you have, Loz?
I had a bit of Prince Charles being a
Prince
vampire.
Charles, Biggie, Tupac.
I had a bit of aliens.
Aliens. Fucking quality. Right, before we call it a day, the other day, this was actually for a video on my channel. I thought I'd do a tier list like I do, and I thought I'd do a conspiracy tier list. And what I like to do sometimes on Twitch is, while I'm working, I just stream. So I have people to talk to pretty much. And as I was doing the conspiracy tier list, a few of you guys who watched the podcast joined in. And I thought, fuck it. Rather than me creating this tier list, I will present the conspiracy theory. I will then give you the 4 tiers, do a poll, and then had the people vote, and then put the conspiracy where they voted. So this is kind of your conspiracy tier list. Obviously, I know where they all are, because I did it, but these boys don't. So I thought it would be fun. We ain't got to go deep on the conspiracies or anything. Just literally to reveal where people put some conspiracies. Some we've done on this podcast, some we haven't. But it's all good fun. Right. Do you want to reveal the tiers, Ben?
I already know it.
You already know it?
Telekinesis.
That's it.
All right, shall I do all at once or one by one?
Just do all the tiers first.
What's the top?
So
Royal
the top,
Mail.
so the top is the truth.
Right.
Second, it's probably legit. Third, maybe. Last one's fucking tin hat.
Nice.
You're full of
I
shit.
like it.
You're full of shit, right? Start from the bottom. So, in tin hat, these were all voted for by the people. What's the first one? Have you heard this one?
Oh, the snow.
This is fake snow in Texas, right? It's either by the government or by that pesky Jeff Bezos. Now, recently there's been snow in Texas, which in itself is a bit weird because Texas is quite hot. Someone, that's taken from a video, someone tried to burn it and it didn't melt. And so they were like, oh my God, this is fake snow put here by the government / Jeff Bezos. Someone help us. There is actually like a chemical explanation. It's all to do with soot and shit as to why it did that. But yeah, basically it's all a load of bollocks. And people were just like, oh my God, this isn't melting in my hand instantaneously when I hold a lighter to it. Therefore, it's Jeff Bezos trying to cover us in snow for nefarious reasons. Yeah, we bunged that in tin hat.
What's the link with Jeff Bezos?
I think it's just because he's rich enough to own a snowblower big enough to
He doesn't make it
Texas.
rain with his money. He makes it fucking
He
snow.
makes it snow.
Yeah.
But sure, if you put that snow cube into like a cup, it's gonna melt.
Yeah, but
And
yeah,
then it's
yeah.
like, what's
Is the snow still there? They're like, no. It's like, well, it's fucking point proven, isn't it?
Yeah.
If the snow was still there,
Yeah,
in
the height of
Texas,
summer.
and it was fucking
the summer's out? Then I'll be like,
This snow don't burn.
Yeah. But that's just, I think I've actually got a quote here.
That's a rock, mate.
from the, yeah.
This
I've got a
great
quote
snow.
from
your
one of
hand.
the-
It's not burning.
It's actually burning now.
Oh dear. I got a quote from the lady, I think whose video that is.
What kind of
She's
tomfool?
actually blaming Bill Gates.
Oh.
A woman off camera is heard saying, "Thank you, Bill Gates, for trying to fucking trick us that this is real snow. You'll see it's not melting and it's going to burn. Snow doesn't burn." That's it.
Wow,
that's what she said.
She's got a good point.
So she brings a
sounds
lighter
fit.
to us to a snow.
Snow doesn't burn, Bill.
Hit me up in them DMs, boy.
Hey, Bill, do you know the snow don't burn?
But yeah, but apparently an astronomer has come out and explained that the chemical process behind the burn mark in the snowball is not that the snowball is scorching or burning, but it's soot adhering to the snowball. So basically soot in the area is fucking building up on the snowball.
It's the heroin you was burning in the spoon before.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically people are just fucking off their nut about snow.
I am going to try and burn some snow next time. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, fuck it. But
I bet it's getting views.
But it's created by the government or fake, circulating on social
Let's
media.
try and fucking set fire to the sea.
Imagine if it catches fire and you just burn the whole
Why
suit.
don't this evaporate?
Sorry.
Burn the ocean.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, so that is fake snow in Texas. What's next, Ben? Now this one is that the moon is in fact a hologram.
Nice.
Now, there are two reasons potentially for this. One is just that it's just a narrative that's been put there for years and years and years. Therefore, they're just keeping up with appearances. And the second one is a planet called Nibiru. Basically, there's a planet with human-like people on it that is hidden behind the moon hologram. And one day, there was a woman. This is really off the dome, but there was a woman. There's a woman in the 80s who was apparently abducted by the denizens of Nibiru, and they warned her that an extinction event is coming to Earth, where Nibiru and the Earth collide. Now that was supposed to happen in 2004, but they might have just got their projections wrong.
Same with the mines, wasn't it, though? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
2012 didn't happen.
I'm going to say something quickly about the moon, and you can back me up with this.
Not real.
There's a place, right? Because it happened the other night, a couple of days ago, weeks ago. There's a place in Stevenage on a hill, and you drive up, and the fucking moon is massive.
I mean, it is fucking ridiculous.
How does that
mate,
work?
I have no idea, because me and James drove once, and I was like, mate.
We were like fucking laughing about how we were literally it was that big, it was ridiculous, right? We went down the road. I was like, Dan, we need to go back and fucking get a picture of that, because that is just fucking
and then when you
hilarious.
see the picture,
no, we went back literally about fucking 2 minutes later. Went back, went round the roundabout, went back up the road, fucking small again.
What?
Weird as fuck.
So yeah, I was driving the other night, and then. There's a decent moon, and I was like, I know a spot to my kids. I was like, I've got this spot. I was like, I don't know if it'll be like it now, but when you get there, the moon's massive. I don't mean, because it's happened to me twice before, and when I was with you. So I drove to this spot on the top of the hill with the kids, and I was like, are you ready? And I was thinking, I've hyped this up a bit, like it might not be that big, no? And then I drove around, and there it was, big fucking moon. And you drive, you get to the top of the hill, and then you drive down, and it kind of like shrinks in a weird way, and I don't know what's going on. I have no idea.
I've experienced where like the moon seems fucking massive, or the moon's yellow, or the moon's fucking You
can see everything kind of.
Yeah.
And I'll take like if there's ever a night.
Accidentally zoomed in on the projector
when we're late, and it's like it's always this same spot at the top of
We're
a hill.
actually selling the coordinates on the website.
It's so good.
$4.99.
It just looks massive
in the middle aisle.
If you want to see the truth,
but go to the middle aisle.
When I've tried to take a picture of it,
I've done that before. Take a picture of the moon. It's really small.
It's really small. Maybe you need like a decent lens or camera. That's projectors. Yeah, there's a spot. I'm telling you.
But there you go. That's the projecting, and I think you actually back up my theory there. To be honest, I don't think it's too tin hat. Two reasons. First of all, why is it all sometimes just fucking enormous? And second of all, why when you take a picture of it is it so small?
Batman did it, didn't he? He had a projection up.
That's it.
You could see it in the sky.
Yeah.
I actually used to have
maybe it's Moon Man. Or
my dad used to have this torch, and it was like fucking knowing they're like it's 10 million candles or whatever.
Yeah.
They just make up some
Lumens.
fucking bullshit. But you could literally, if I fucking did it into the sky on the night, you could literally see Pluto. I mean, you could see this round fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking in fact, I used to quite bad. There used to be some elderly people who used to live opposite, and then on the night I used to just fucking shine it through their window. Where the alien stories come from.
They're not with us anymore.
No.
Apparently,
no ball games. You can't.
A camera photo is a more accurate depiction of what it actually looks like compared to what your brain shows you what it actually is.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck does that make sense?
Because apparently the way that we process light, it's not always exactly how it seems.
That's what's going on in this room.
Well, that's fucking crazy, isn't it? That's proper weird. That fucks everything up, doesn't it?
Yeah. Dave, come back.
You told me a thing about your brain processing stuff, and I always think about it now.
It's about the fridge.
No, it's about your nose. So like your nose is always in view, but your brain just processes it away. And then I was like, I was like, oh, And then when I look at my nose now, it's there.
Yeah.
But then obviously just
when you're not
normal,
thinking about it.
and that fucking.
Well, I've got a massive nose. So
That
it's
done me.
I've got it uses a lot of fucking things to get this out of the way. It needs fucking mirrors and all sorts.
Fuck's sake. What's the next one, Ben?
Sorry.
What's the next one? What we got?
Hey!
Voted for by the people. I know.
Oh.
We're trying to maintain a healthy relationship with David here, and you're fucking stitching us up.
These people, these aren't our. Because I reckon the split of our current members.
Oh.
Can we move any of these?
No, they are fixed, unfortunately. But yeah, this was voted for by the people. Fucking hell, Ben!
Sorry.
Give it away.
Motherfucker. All I saw was Epstein, and I closed my eyes instantly.
Sorry.
That's usually what happened.
Yeah. Oh dear. Flat Earth. Yeah. Well, we all know Flat Earth. We ain't got to go through this one. We had a David special just a few weeks ago, but yeah, that was controversially, I might add, put in tin hat because we're all believers here.
The people who listen to the podcast just drive along and we talk about this, and then we all just go,
Yeah. The audio listeners, Ben just revealed everything on the tier list.
That's a wake up. Okay?
By accident for a second.
We lost seven members of the fucking audience in car accidents.
I just put my car in a ditch, you twat.
Oh man. Yes, that's Flat Earth in tin hat. Very controversial. Is there anything else on there? Don't think it was there? No, that's it. So that's tin hat. So for those audio listeners, in tin hat, which is like, oh, crazy. The people voted for Texas snow being fake, the moon being a hologram, and flat Earth. Oof, let's hope Dave doesn't see this one. Right, let's go to maybe. First one. This is the Denver International Airport.
Oh, right.
No, okay.
Being the Illuminati HQ / the portal to hell. Now,
Nice.
the Denver International Airport have leaned into it completely, complete
Like
with,
it.
as you can see there, a gargoyle. That's actually animatronic and will speak to you. And he does even have a line where he says, something about the Illuminati, and then cuts himself off halfway through as if he's made a mistake, like revealing something to you.
Oh, what, that actually fucking talks to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that would freak you out, didn't it? You didn't know.
Yeah. There's all murals on the walls and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, they've properly leaned into it.
Fair play.
I was going to say, good marketing. Is it? Would you say?
Yeah,
it's,
I think so.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think so. I mean, I don't know what you want to be flying into Denver for.
I was going to say,
but-
I don't know what you do in Denver, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's probably just it.
Yeah, you just
You
come
go
to the
there,
National
see that.
Airport
It's probably
and
like
off you
another
go.
airport which is like closer to the city, but you're like, fuck it, we'll go Denver. I'll check that out.
Yeah,
I'm going to go fucking converse with a gargoyle.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Yeah. So there we go. That is that's a maybe, because you never know. Are they leaning into it? Sort of like hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right, I think there's only one more in maybe. What could this be? Is it us? No. It's Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
It's the Queen Lizard. See, we just can't escape the fucking royals in this episode. They are everywhere. But yeah, interestingly, the people voted maybe. Because you'd think, maybe tin hat. But I think people are suspicious.
Tin Crown.
I'm definitely more flat Earth than the Queen being a lizard.
Queen being lizard.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a little Easter egg.
Maybe that's why we're in a big
design.
dome. It's because like a big, like lizards are in like big.
Oh, we're in a vivarium.
Yeah, we're in like a vivarium. That's the word I was looking for. Maybe that's why she was like, right, fucking
Queen,
Yeah.
Queen
the
lizard.
lizards are dying. We need to make a massive vivarium.
What is that? It's like one of the only things I took from working in Pets Home. Lizards. Vivarium.
Liz, you can't keep
Elizabeth.
eating crickets. You're going to have to eat some human life.
They live in a caesareum.
Oh dear. The C-section crowd are going mental.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. So in maybe we have the Denver International Airport and the Queen being a lizard. Ben's scaring me. He's getting batteries out and all sorts. Right, probably legit. What we got? Oh, the Illuminati itself. Are we run by a new world order? Is there people above the people that are at the top pulling all the strings, or is it just... I mean, the Illuminati was a real group in like the 18th century, I think, or something like that, of scholars, etc. Have they continued to, route further and further into the high ends of society, quite possibly.
Yes. Do you know what I don't get? This is a complete tangent, but like stocks and stuff. Right?
It's the wrong
Stop
episode.
boys,
mate.
That's it.
Obviously they go up and down, but how? What system is it on? Because it don't just fucking come out of nowhere.
On the blockchain, bitch.
No, but there's like an algorithm, or someone's in control of it.
Yeah, well, isn't it all technically? Isn't it all not hype, but emotion?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
that's all stocks built off. It's emotion.
If this is going well, we buy more. If it's going bad, we sell and it plummets.
But how does it plummet to what? What's it going up and like?
I do see what you mean. If you're selling,
say if people put 10 million into a stock, how does that stock then become worth 40 million?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Doesn't it work the same way? Well, not exactly the same way as crypto, because there's not like a finite amount, because you can just release more shares. But I believe like the share becomes more valuable as people obviously place more value on it in terms of like, oh, I want to support that because it's doing well or whatever. So I think it works the same way. So if you buy a flight of tenner and then the price rises because there's like a limited amount of shares available.
There's a limit of shares.
But how does it rise? Who's saying?
Because if you limit something, if I've got 10 of something, and then it's like we all want to put 250 in, let's say for easy maths, we want to put 250 in, and that's so we all get £2.50 worth of those shares, 2.5 shares. But then say fucking Bob and John want to put another. I should have done easier maths. They want to put another tenner in, and then they put that money in, and then all of a sudden it's the supply and demand. There's still only 10 shares. There's still only 10 shares, so like the price.
I fucking get you now.
The price goes up. Do you know what I mean?
That was me just figuring out how stocks.
I love pies. It's all about your pie.
Okay. Because all I was thinking is there. It's just some fucking people at the top like fucking just throwing numbers around.
No, it's not controlled.
Fucking just chuck that up. No, I get it now. Don't worry about it.
Basically, guys, the camera fucking cut off because it always happens in the conspiracy episodes. I think the fucking Queen's onto us or something. But we were discussing off camera just the stock markets, how the fuck they work and stuff. And Jimmy, brilliantly, you said it's all a fucking pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's
for the Illuminati, which is
the elite.
It's
the biggest fucking pyramid scheme going.
That's it.
The elite.
They do like triangles.
They do.
They love a fucking triangle.
And fucking so the
all
stocks, crypto, it's all just one big Avon.
Favorite quality streets.
Avon are the kings of it.
Avon is just like the god of pyramid schemes.
Avon, Anon,
Acon,
Acon,
Convict,
Acoin, crypto. Next one, please. I'm probably legit. Harp. Do you remember this one from a previous conspiracy?
Yeah. Manipulation.
Sorry.
Do you want to invest in Harp? Get in today.
Sorry, go do that again.
I mean, keep that in because it's quite.
This is just gone to shit.
I want to manipulate the weather.
If you're still.
Oh, you missed it, fam.
There it is. Remember, 7 seconds on the copyright.
Trying to do a fucking Stock Boys live, isn't he? Trying to bring the energy.
It's not as easy. Yeah, Harp. I would have probably put this in the truth, to be honest. Harp being the one where they can manipulate the weather, etc. Let's blitz through the rest. Probably legit, because up to 2 hours now. Holy shit. Them pesky pigeons. You ever seen a baby pigeon? No, you haven't.
Never.
Because they're actually cyborgs spying on us all. Someone, when I was streaming, said, coronavirus, all a ploy so they can recharge the batteries on the pigeons.
Yeah.
I've seen one. Sorry.
You've seen a baby pigeon?
Yeah. I know it's completely fucked everything, but I have...
We're selling baby
Mate,
we're selling
our new
pigeon
our new Flat Earth audience are going to be fucking fuming that we've got a cyborg pigeon in probably
surveillance.
Because I remember you saying
we'd have to switch it, man.
When I moved into the tattoo shop, like downstairs, there's like a little back garden thing, and I went out there to like fucking clean it all up, and then there was like a little, what they call it, a nest.
Yeah.
And 2 little eggs were in there. And I was like, fuck, I can't really do anything now, can I? So I had to wait for like 4 weeks
Yeah.
while they fucking hatched and
Oh, it's
yeah,
pigeon.
yeah. And I kept going out there, and they'd hatch, and then there were little baby pigeons,
Jesus.
and then
They are monsters.
yeah, and then fucking
Did they look like that?
yeah, proper little fucking gremlin fuckers. And then yeah, and then they fly around a little bit, and the mum and dad. So basically, what happens is the mum sits on the thing while dad's out doing shit, and then they trade up, they swap over.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, fucking.
Taking
All I'm going to
shifts.
say is even the iPod had a nano. Do you know what I mean? Could be a mini baby.
And a
fucking
shuffle as well.
That's it.
But yeah, I cleaned up that fucking pigeon shithole, and yeah, then I had a cold, and then coronavirus came out.
Interesting.
It's pigeon flu.
It came from
Killed
fucking,
the pigeons.
yeah.
Right.
Fatality.
That's it.
Nice.
So probably legit, we have the Illuminati, harp, and pigeons.
Oh,
now
no,
it's
this
time
one
for the
is.
truth. And this was voted straight in.
Get in.
Oh.
Finland
How that's in the cherry pop.
isn't real.
And I will fucking half you.
I will harp you.
Finland isn't real. That went straight in. That was a unanimous vote
Yeah.
for the truth.
Well, that is the truth.
Well,
isn't it?
exactly. I mean,
Can't argue with that.
Can't
Can't argue with fact.
I want awards.
One of my
Because I
favorite.
want a war.
One of my favorite clips.
I want a war.
I want that as well.
War with Finland. One of my favorite.
Shall I
clips
actually get
is
that made into a flag? Like that actual one with Lozzie there.
Lozzie,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll sell it
That
on the
would be
middle
cool.
aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, middle aisle.
Yeah, we'll middle aisle that.
Stick it in the middle arm.
Put it in the studio.
I'll have a
Yeah.
look into. I will actually look into getting them flags made.
Have we talked about it in mid-aisle? Is it? It's
Nah, not really.
No.
I mean,
middle aisle.
I dropped it yesterday, and
By the time this goes out, it's been out a year.
I'll do a little ad. I'll do a little ad for it right now.
Oh, at my middle aisle, you say? Don't mind if I do. I'll have a little stroll and see what's there. One of a kind, memorabilia, t-shirts. Is that a quad Twix? A Kit Kat Twix, they say. Cool. Technology's booming. Now don't be fooled by scammers, because these come with APMA certificate. Authenticity at its finest. Head on over to the middle aisle and see what you can grab. Terms and conditions apply. While stocks last. Always look out for the APMA stamp of authenticity. Available only at www.allegedlypossiblymaybe.co.uk. Cheerio.
We're back.
With them.
See that power of editing? That's trippy, isn't it? Back straight away. But yes, Lozzie, unanimously.
telekinesis.
I was hoping when this is revealed that you just played the Finland isn't real. That clip. It's one of my favourite fucking clips that you've done so far. Fucking brilliant. There we go. What's the next one? George Bush did 9/11.
Oh, okay.
George Bush.
Just George Bush as a whole.
George Bush isn't real.
Yeah, so George Bush did 9/11. I mean, I would put it in probably legit. But yeah, the people. Like I say, this is a tier list of the people.
Who are these? Who are these people?
Just a mix of people that watch me, people that watch us.
Who are these fucking drunk?
Flat Earth deniers.
See, I don't
That's
think
it.
George Bush actually done it. I just think he's so dumb.
He
He
just
would
signed off
he would
on
have
it.
allowed
Yeah.
it to happen
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
him.
What's this?
And he,
Go again.
yeah, man.
When's my dinner?
Construction, yeah, man. Just sign it off.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you were just like, yeah. You could have just been.
No, I
like,
imagine there's some like really clever people behind it, and they're like, "Fucking right,
Yeah.
just we'll wait till George is in, and we'll take down the towers.
Yeah.
He'll be fine."
Twin towers. Then we'll go invade Iraq.
Yeah.
You want to wipe out the twin towers in Iraq? Okay. no, our ones. Our ones.
What the fuck are the Twin Towers?
Hey, I'm down for some twins.
I love J.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. Anyway, what's the next one? We've already discussed her. God bless her. It's Di. Did the Queen kill her?
Die, she did.
Next one.
After what Lozzie said, yes, please. Epsteiner.
I mean, Lozzie, you got some great company up there, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
What a dinner party.
2 of them are corpses. Well, we could argue 3. So, yeah.
I didn't look at it like that at all. Fucking Lozzie, George Bush, Princess Diana and Epstein.
Is
Fucking hell.
there any more in the truth, or is that?
No, that's it. That's the truth.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so Epstein didn't kill himself. Diana
Lozzie
was
isn't
killed by the
real.
Queen.
Hologram. Edited. Just Ben's imagination.
Oh, dear. Fucking hell. But yeah, there we go. That's the tier list that the people voted on. So in Tin Hat, we have Texas snow is fake, Moon's a hologram. Flat Earth maybe is the Denver Illuminati airport, and Queen Liz probably is the Illuminati. HARP, which is the weather control, and the pigeons are actually surveillance drones. And then the truth is Lozzie saying that Finland doesn't exist. George W. Bush did the Twin Tower attack. Princess Diana was killed by the royals, and Epstein did not kill himself. What do we think, guys?
I think some snake in the comments is going to clip this and send it to fucking...
Today. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Snitch among us.
Can we move it up?
Can.
I think
the people.
On the whole, it's all right, to be honest. I mean...
It suits Lossie.
Yeah, suits me.
Right, so if I'd have moved anything, I think Finland would move down to maybe.
Go fuck yourself.
Illuminati would move up to the truth. HARP would move up to the truth. Pigeon would move down to Tin Hat. Flat would move to maybe. Denver Airport would move to Tin Hat. There we go. Ben's done it. Just done it. He's fixed it. Yeah, that's how I would have it. But yeah, it wasn't up to us. It was up to the people. The
people decided
what the fans wanted.
But yeah, there we go. I think that rounds off our conspiracy. He's saying he's fucking.
Let's move along.
Can we
deleted laws?
You can't set fire to pigeons.
I don't know about
There's no need for that.
I don't know about Tinner.
Lozzie doesn't
We
burn.
need new editors.
Maybe. There we go. Look at that. What a masterpiece. Right. Yeah, guys, did you enjoy that? How was that for you?
Last few seconds were pretty shit.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
That's Ben's fault. But there you go. Guys, any conspiracies you want us to cover in the future, please let us know in the comments or social media and all that good stuff. If you want to become a member, hit the join button on YouTube, or the link is in the description. You get some cool stuff like a free t-shirt, Discord exclusive, and a monthly podcast, as well as badges and loyalty emojis and stuff. It's stuff. You get involved in podcasts and stuff, like some of the things that we discussed today was actually put to us by the exclusive Discord. God. Up the APMA. See you in a bit.
We've all done it, haven't we?
Yeah.
I've never done
imagine if it did.
You never tried to move something?
I'd love now if I could just do that and Ben does it in the edit.
Yeah, the fucking can.
Wait there. You've never done it?
Well, I've got to do it.
You've got to put your hand out and like.
But the can there. Ben, could you move this?
The can?
Yeah, in the edit, could you move it across?
Yeah, we need to do 2 takes.
Okay, put it there and just go.
So one take where the can is there, one take where the can isn't there.
It's annoying because the can's going to move.
Yeah.
Has that got drink in it as well?
Yeah.
It's going to go fucking everywhere.
Oh, you're actually going to...
Yeah. So you got to move the can out of shot for one.
Okay.
Just do it and we'll see what we can
This
do.
is so much work.
Go.
Can you not just do it, mate?
So you say...
You've never tried it?
I'm going to try it now.
Oh, wait, I feel like you just kept cutting it, right?
Well, natural.
Take 2.
Well, so you've never tried it?
No.
Give it a fucking go, son.
I'll give it a go now.
I was just moving it out to like... He started... Fuck it.
Go on.
Well, I've got to move it.
No.
What?
I'll move it in the end.
You're going to put this at the end.
But you've got to pick it up. You've got to I don't know, do some movement.
Well, I'm trying to make it come to my hands.
Oh, okay, fine. But you got to act like it's landed into your hand.
I'll do that and then I'll actually grab it and then go back to here, yeah?
No, just...
Go on, here you go, mate. You've got it.
So you
Fucking hell, that was crazy, Dan. I didn't know you could do that.
How the fuck? Only you tried it earlier in your life.
Oh, Magneto.
and that was
Fucking hell.
that was easy.
Prince
wasn't
Andrew
it?
would,
Fucking.
It would have actually been easier just to fucking do it.
Prince Andrew would love that shit.
No, we do telepathy in this podcast.